Obviously, everybody saw the game, and it was Georgia's a very good football team, and we didn't play very well tonight in any phase of the game. I didn't feel like, and the score I think was pretty much indicated that. So we're going to keep swinging away, and we've got 2 more games left. It's going to be important for us to come back to work tomorrow, and we've got a senior class that's going to play the last game here at Jordan-Hare. And it's going to be very important for us to come back and go to work and make sure that they can come out of their senior season with their last game at home as a win. And that's where we're at right now. So we're going to keep swinging away. And again, it was disappointing. It's a very good team, certainly worthy of the ranking. But again, I didn't feel like we played well in any phase of the game. So that's why the result is what it is. And we're going to continue to swing away and try to improve.
Gene, this is your 5th conference game this year that has not been competitive into the 4th quarter. Can you characterize what this year has been like for you in this program?
It's what you see. It's been frustrating. And again, it's just been one of those years where it's kind of snowballed in momentum, and we haven't been able to really catch any. But again, it's all. This league is what it is every year. It's not going to change. It's very good football teams, and again, we haven't played very well in some games, and again, tonight was one of those games.
Gene, do you feel like you lost the team at all, or they're slipping away?
I really don't. I don't.
Practice, or?
Absolutely not. I feel like obviously we didn't play well, but on the sideline during the game, and just kids being into the game and still being in there and competitive and not dragging their heads and putting their heads down, I don't feel like that at all.
Did you talk about the first quarter after you get down by 7, you guys start moving the ball, and then you do that reverse pass, that trick play, and then what was the thought in that call?
Well, obviously, when you move on the other side of the 50, there's certain things that you feel like you have a chance to hit. So it was a call that it was a reverse pass that we were trying to hit, and we just thought that it was a good time to run it. That's when we practiced it all week, and again, it didn't pan out exactly the way we had planned. And but again, it was kind of a deceptive play in there that we felt had a chance to work.
Do you feel like after that, that's when it starts snowballing, or did it snowball right now?
I mean, you can cite that one play as really it's snowballing, but I wouldn't say that. I just feel like again, we were pretty much all day on both sides of the football. I thought we were very poor, and I don't think that really. Now, obviously, that would have been a great momentum. That would have been a great momentum switch if we would have hit that. But we didn't. But that's certainly it's about execution for 60 minutes in the game on both sides of the ball. It's didn't happen.
Gene, this is the most lopsided loss that you guys have had in the history of the Deep South's oldest rivalry. I know that there's been other blowout defeats this year, but this is a rivalry game. How much more personal does this one feel coming from Georgia losing 38-0?
It's very painful. It's very painful. It's painful for coaches and players, certainly the fans and alumni. And it's very painful for everybody.
Talk about Wallace in his first SEC start.
I think Jonathan did some things tonight that were good, and I think that Jonathan, had some opportunities in there that were missed. Again, a lot of times tonight he had some pressure on him that, really we should have been able to pick up on a couple of occasions where they were blitzing and pressuring him. A couple of times he, extended plays and made some plays. And there's a couple of times there are some wide open receivers right now, and he didn't necessarily, get the ball on target. So I think it was kind of a mixture of all that. And again, it's tough on the true freshmen to come in against a defense like Georgia's, who's very effective and very good at what they do. But again, overall, we don't really know those things till we see the film. But again, I thought he extended some plays tonight and made some plays. There was times when I think we had opportunities that we could have. We were off the mark a bit.
Gene, what's the reasoning behind maybe like Chris Frost, some of those younger guys on defense not getting some snaps later in the game?
Well, again, we're just trying to put the defense out there that's going to stop them. And there's some guys, because of your substitution packages, some nickel guys and some dime guys that don't get to play much you know, anyway, simply because it depends on how much personnel-wise one grouping is in there over another. So, you know, a guy like Chris Frost and there's some other young guys that they definitely need to get in there. There's no question about it. But there's others that have, you know, really not played that much on the day either. You know, that stay in, that need, you know, they need to work as well. So, again, we just gotta be able to get some different guys in the game at different times.
When this team has taken tough losses after Arkansas, Texas A&M, the road games, and out tonight, where does the accountability come from to be able to bounce back and make this right?
Coaches and players. You know, accountability is always on me. I mean, this is my football team, so it always starts with me, and then the coaches got to coach better, and the players got to play better, because we're all in this. You know, we're all in this game together. This is a team game, starting with the head coach, and going down to whoever the last man standing is. You know, so we all take this very personal. This is our livelihood, and so you know, the accountability goes on everybody. You know, but it certainly starts with me.
That said, at 2-8 after a loss like this, is it tough for you to not entertain the thought about whether your future year may be concrete or not?
I don't entertain those thoughts. Again, you know, like I said earlier, I've got really one quest. We have 2 games left, and our seniors have done a lot for this university. They've done a lot for this place. I hurt for them. Certainly, they never envisioned us going out with this type of season, nor did anybody else coaching-wise either. But it's their last go-around, so I've got one focus for them, and that is this week, and then playing their last game here at home and trying to get a win.
Gene, do you try to get proactive with the team, with the president saying the things, and fans, I'm sure you hear a little bit of it. I know you try to keep yourself at bay, but how do you handle it with your team with all that stuff going on?
Well, again, you know, I think with our team, we always just try to talk about all of the things that we can control, and we've been like that since day one. So we can't control all of what's being said, what's being thought, what everybody's opinion. We just can't, you know, we can't live our lives that way. So we've really tried to keep them focused and directed, and talking about, you know, continuing to do their job. And as I say, just, you know, every day come into work and continue to try to work on the right path to improve, really. And that's really been our message. And again, I'm very proud of those guys, because, you know, they come in there and they do that. And they try to get better and they try to improve. And again, you know, we have to get better. You know, we have to coach them better, and they have to play better, and that all starts with me.
2 more. About a month ago, Gene, you were asked about taking counsel in tough times, and you responded that you've got everyone you need right here. Have you been in consistent contact with A.D. Jacobs, President Gouge, and your other superiors?
I talk to Jay Jacobs on a daily basis. I typically don't have a lot of contact with Dr. Gouge day in and day out until the end of the year anyway. So, but I'm not going to go into any of the details of any of that. You know, like I said, I've got one goal, and that is come back to work tomorrow, work this week on trying to get a win for these seniors.